Good afternoon, Dr. Opas and my classmates. Today, I will present my research proposal on Bridging the AI Skills Gap, a quantitative analysis of workforce readiness in the Philippines. For the overview, this research investigates the critical relationship between AI adoption and workforce readiness in the Philippines. It also aims to understand how the integration of AI technologies impacts the skills and the employment of the Filipino workers. Now, with the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence or AI, it is transforming industries globally. The Philippines, as an emerging economy, faces the critical challenge of adapting its workforce to the technical revolution. However, a significant skills gap still exists, hindering our ability to fully leverage AI's potential. This research aims to understand this gap and propose strategies to bridge it. For today's agenda, we will be covering these sections. With the rise of AI, particularly generative AI, is rapidly transforming the global economy. The Philippines, as an emerging economy, must be able to adapt its workforce to this new reality. However, a significant skill gap still exists, with many graduates lacking the skills needed for a tech driven job market. In June of 2024, the data from the Senate of the Philippines show a staggering 12.1% underemployment or impacting over 6 million Filipinos, highlighting a critical mismatch between skills and the available jobs. Addressing these skills will be crucial in terms of capitalizing the true potential of AI and ensure the economic growth of the country. Also, in a recent study conducted by Oxford Insights, the Philippines ranked 56 amongst 188 nations in terms of the government's ability to become AI ready. For the statement of the problem, we have the significant skills gap and potential consequences. The core of the problem lies in the mismatch between skills possessed by the current Philippine workforce and the demand of an AI driven economy. In the previous slide, I have shared a staggering problem of unemployment impacting over 6 million Filipinos directly. With further advancement of AI, this possesses an even bigger problem, as many Filipinos lack technical, digital, critical thinking skills that are required for AI related roles. This gap threatens the country's economic competitiveness and well being of its citizens. For the research objectives, this research aims to analyze the current level of innovation adoption in the Philippines. It also aims to assess the current level of AI related skills in the Philippine workforce, to investigate relationship between AI innovation, adoption, and workforce skills development. It also aims to examine the impact of AI adoption and employment patterns and economic growth, to identify strategies to enhance the workforce readiness, promote successful AI innovation and adoption. In order for us to be able to achieve these objectives, I've also included here the research questions to address the following key areas. So, some of the questions are as follows. What are the key factors driving or hindering the AI innovation adoption in the Philippines? What are the current levels of AI specific skills among the existing Philippine workforce? How effectively are current educational programs or training programs equipping the workforce with AI related skill sets? What are the potential impact of AI adoption on employment patterns and the economic growth? What strategies can be implemented to bridge the skills gap and enhance the workforce readiness in an AI era? For the scope of the study, we are going to be focusing on the Philippines, specifically in the National Capital Region. For our targeted sectors, we will be looking at IT or information technology, the business process outsourcing industry, and manufacturing. For our data sources, we are going to predominantly look at secondary data, looking at government reports, academic journals, and industry publications. And for the economic impact, we are going to be looking at the AI adoption's impact, both in the national capital region and the broader scale of the Philippine economy. What is the significance or the impact of this research study? This research will have the ability to inform the development of effective policies to promote AI innovation and address the current skills gap. It also will help in terms of guiding reforms on educational curriculum and incorporate AI related skills to prepare students and the faculty for the future of work. It also aims to enhance the workforce training programs to be able to equip workers with the necessary skill set to thrive in an AI driven economy. And also, it will promote collaboration between academia, industry, and the government to foster a thriving AI ecosystem in the Philippines. For the limitations of the research study, I've enumerated here three core areas. Number one is because AI is a relatively newer industry, accessibility of relevant data might become a limitation. Second would be generalization. The findings may not be fully generalizable to all the sectors and the regions within the Philippines. Third limitation would be comprehensiveness. The study focuses on current trends and may not fully capture all AI future developments and their potential impact. For our literature review, I've focused on four key areas. First is the impact of artificial intelligence on the global market. Second is the Philippine context, really focusing on local nuances when it comes to economic and labor market trends. Third would be to be able to identify the skills gap and challenges, particularly in the Philippines. And the fourth key element is to be able to have strategies for addressing these particular skill gaps. To expound on each, uh, on the global impact on job market, we'll be able to discuss the global trends when it comes to AI adoption. We're also going to be looking at an expanded or various sectors, including manufacturing, healthcare, travel, and even customer service. We will also be looking at existing or related literature when it comes to the potential impact of AI, including job displacement due to automation. Now, looking at the local scene or the Philippine context, we will be examining the trends on employment, underemployment when it comes to the country. We will also be looking at the current state of education and the existing training programs in the Philippines, focusing on STEM. And when it comes to really driving that AI economy. Third will be in terms of skill gaps and the challenges in the Philippines. We will be reviewing current or existing research on the skill gaps when it comes to the workforce, focusing specifically on technical skills, data analytics, programming, machine learning, etc. And when it comes to strategies for addressing the skills gap in the Philippines, we will be looking at existing case studies from other countries wherein they were able to effectively address AI related skill gaps. We are also going to be reviewing existing initiatives and policies aimed at improving the workforce skill set. On this slide, I've also included the conceptual framework on the independent variable and the dependent variable that we will be using. In the further studies, I've also included there the hypotheses, the four hypotheses that we'll be utilizing. Now, for this conceptual framework, we will explore the relationship between the key variables, independent variable and dependent variable. We're also going to be looking at, for your independent variable, AI adoption. Dependent variables will be skills development, employment outcomes, economic growth. And the overall strategy here is to be able to use the framework that will help us to understand the adoption influences skills and development, deployment, and economic growth. On this slide, you will see the research methodology that I will be utilizing, from data collection to data analysis, and of course, the guidelines that we will be following for research ethics. For data collection, it is going to be through a quantitative method. We will be conducting a survey to our Filipino workers, particularly in the National Capital Region. We will also be able to assess the AI related skills, awareness, and the training needs. We will be analyzing data from various government sources, such as the labor force surveys, educational statistics, to be able to understand the current state of the Philippine workforce when it comes to the demand on AI related skill sets or jobs. Second is data analysis. We will utilize statistical methods to analyze survey data and identify the key trends and patterns. We will also be looking at data visualization techniques to present the findings effectively. And for research ethics, we will ensure that there is data privacy and confidentiality to all of the participants. We will also be obtaining informed consent for all of the participants before the data collection. And the last piece here under research ethics would be to maintain ethical guidelines for research involving our human subjects. In conclusion, this research will provide valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities presented by AI in the Philippines. By understanding the skills gap and its implications, we can develop effective strategies to fully prepare the workforce for the work of the future. This research will contribute to a more informed and proactive approach to AI adoption in the Philippines. For the conclusion part of the research, we will summarize the key research questions and objectives, discuss the expected outcomes and contributions of the research, and outline the limitations of the study and the potential areas for future resource. Okay. And just before I wrap up today's session, here are just some of the appendix or the survey questions or the sample questions that we will be asking. On this slide, you can see here the demographics, their age, their educational attainment, employment status, industry or the sector that they are supporting, and their years of work experience. On the next slide in our appendix, here are just some of the questions pertaining to the various sectors that we wanted to touch on when it comes to AI awareness and perception, AI skills training, and also here the impact of AI on employment. Thank you.